This is the Maserati, as you can see, and here we have the updates on what's being repaired. This has been cut out so I can repair it, and there and then there. And the next item of damage is this one. It's all mangled and rusted. I took out the spot welds. I still can't get it out, but no problemo. From inside here we have some rust issues, and with these problems over here I will have to cut it out. So I will be cutting from here, here, all the way to here, and a line to here, and all the way up to here. I believe a bit of lip over there, and that would be just about it. And with that cut out, I will not just cut through, I will just let it cut gently the first layer, so we can see what layer lies beneath, because as you can see beneath the rust there is another layer showing. So I need to see what's that, not to just cut through. And after, if it needs to be cut as well, we'll make the necessary arrangements, and we'll go down step by step, layer by layer. We'll cut this out first, then I will take that one out, take the measurements on what needs to be replaced, and we'll move from there onwards. After immense amount of cutting and cleaning and prepping, we have a hole on the side. Now let me show you the other side of it. Whoa, ain't that some kind of rust. I had to slice through here. Damage is everywhere to be seen. Some heavy rusting, but I will tend to that. That's not much of a big deal. I'm used to this kind of problem now. We'll just cut through there, clean it back, and we'll weld back all the missing pieces. This was all heavily rusted. I've cut down as much as I could, even though I didn't want to cut this much, but the angle grinder would not penetrate from here. Also I had to cut through this thing here. Here was another corner piece, but I noticed that there was some rust laying here, and after I cleaned this I found out there was more rust up to here lying around, so I had to cut through in any way I could, and had to clean it out first, and then I'll repatch it up and as if it was never there. With that piece missing, you can see here, fabricated piece to fit. Now I'll continue refining it. It sits pretty nicely. I made it, and now I'll finish this to fit the reinforcement curves. Then I'll cut it down to size here, and then I'll fabricate another piece for here and join them later on. This is the bottom part now. As you've seen previously, I had the cover pieces out, and they were all heavily damaged. There were lots of damages to it, dented, but I pulled out the dent. It's still in good nick. I'll just have to finish the look of it to make it more refined, but it's gonna fit nicely again. Same goes for the other piece. As you can see here, this was all pushed in, but now I pulled it back out, so Just need to finish these dents here and continue further on. Now, this is the other piece that sits on the front part. As you can see, it's all rusted. It's totaled anyway. Now I'll rebuild me another one like this, but this time without the relay units, because anyway the relays are gonna be placed inside now. Did a copy of it, placed it like so, bent a piece of sheet metal, 90 degrees is the way this is, and now I'll just stencil it out, cut it through and bend the pieces that needs to be bent. The inside, you can see over there, and also I'll spot weld it and shape it exactly to fit the bends it has, and I have holes in it so I can plug weld onto the other piece. You see. Now, the next thing to do is to pull out this dent over here, and I've already pulled the other one out. It's nice and firm. Now, I used a different technique pulling it out. I will show you a different method I'm going to use, and it's a bit of an improvise because of the tools cost a bit of money, so that needs to be managed. Anyway, first things first, I need to clean it out so I can have continuity. As you can see here, I've already pulled it out. The same method, tack weld, and pulled it out with this piece of rod. Here I have me a piece of rod. This is used from the garage doors. I had one which was broken. I still kept certain parts of it, so I will be using this. As you can see, I will lock it like so, and once in place like this, with a hammer, I'll just hammer it out. Now let me show you how I'll do it. Here's the end result. As you can see, it's all pulled out. Now I've just pulled out the dent. It's not fixed yet, so I'll still need to pull out these small dents here and bring them as close as I can to perfection. But I can't go all the way to getting that close, because once it's damaged it can never reach its original state, due to the metal will elongate a bit more than it was originally. So I will have to keep it a bit creased inwards and then fill it out with welding and finish it again. And the result would be as if there was never a dent. Well, at least as you can see now, it's all straight the way it should be. Also on this side I'm finishing up the work on fixing this plate. It still needs a lot more work to be done on it, but as you can see, it's all solid, It's all welded inside. I'll need to finish the welds up on the edges. Need to finish these tack welds and finish them, and then repaint it. And I will also need to finish the other piece that's supposed to be laying there. And that's just about it for now. Here as well, I finished welding the bracket. I've got the original out. As you can see, it's all filled with rust. And I've built me another one out of sheet metaling. And then I welded. I cut this part out. Now I need to clean the weld parts and just place back to its original state. I've cut out a piece of the sheet metal here. This one seemed okay on the outside, but once I've cut this part out, this was filled with rust and was damaging the support bar. Now I've re-welded a better one and also painted the underneath, and now this thing is ready. Just I will be cleaning out the spot welds, the excess welding, and that's about it for now.